out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Jackson will throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Gone! Detroit! Gone!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss loss of 7. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Tempo. What? 380. Hey.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Move 15. Well. Tempo.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is caught on the left side, Jaron Brown. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. It's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Hey, over here.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Space to maneuver at the 40. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carson. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Big jumbo.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Move 15. 14.
To throw again is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
What? 380. 14. Hey.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Tempo. 15.
From the gun, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Powerful running. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Baltimore's offense coming back onto the field. And for the Ravens, Charles, it's really no question that the season sort of changed when Lamar Jackson was put in at quarterback. He ran off 4 wins in his first 5 starts. The only loss in that stretch, overtime at Kansas City. And he really gave him life, didn't he?
He certainly did. And give credit to the Baltimore Ravens staff, led by head coach John Harbaugh, to not only make the change, but institute the type of offense that would give him a chance to be successful. Heavy run-based, him being a full part of the run game, and it has confounded defenses around the league so far. Is it sustainable? That's a question for another day. For right now, he's got a chance to run them into the playoffs.
Caught right side, it's Snead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will actually lose 11 yards, but they get the interception. They have the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 50, check 50.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. That one was intended for John Brown, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Leopard! Leopard!
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut, hut.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hut.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Terrell Suggs able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
14. Gotta go.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Terrell Suggs in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On 3rd down, that's Carson. Bulldozes past him. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarran Reed with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be caught in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 51 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Shotgun.
toss play. It's Carson. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
How many times do we hear from coaches, get north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the... And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 29 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 4, check 12. Check 50, check 50. go, 14. There.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check 50, check 50. Zebra. Let's go, 14. Hey, easy. Check 51, check 51. Hang out. Bam.
On second down, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
14.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And that one results in 35 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 50. Go. 14.
He'll look to throw. He hits Baldwin right side. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Shotgun. 36 power.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Tempo. Hey.
He's back to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And Janikowski bangs it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done, And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. Forty-one yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Lucky 56.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.